Hi, I'm Shiri, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about how we can measure the quality of software project in Visual Studio. Have you ever thought that it is possible to measure the quality of code? On top of that, discover the potential risks? If so, please keep going to watch this video. Let's get started. What we will learn. I'm going to explain what subjects will be covered by this video. At first, what is CodeMetrics? And the second one is that what problem it will solve for us. And the third one is that what metrics will be calculated by Visual Studio. And the last one is that how can we take advantage of CodeMetrics in Visual Studio. After all, what is CodeMetrics exactly? It is a set of software measures that provide developers to get a better insight about the code that they are developing. As we know what is CodeMetrics, another question that comes to our mind is that what problem CodeMetrics can solve for us. At first, it can identify potential risks. The second is that we can understand the current state of the project, and the third one is that we can know which types or methods should be refactored, and finally measure the quality, maintainability, and complexity of our code. There are some metrics which will be calculated by Visual Studio: maintainability index, cyclomatic complexity, depth of inheritance, class coupling, lines of source code, lines of executable code. Do not worry, I will state them each one by one. What is maintainability index? It means that how it is easy to maintain the code, and it is colored by three colors. First of all, green. It means that your maintainability is high, and the second one is that yellow. It means that your maintainability is moderate, and the last one is red. It means that your maintainability is low. From my point of view, theory is enough. Let's get started and do hands-on experience with Visual Studio. I have created a simple console application, and this sample is just printing a hello world statement. In this part, I'm going to show you how you can calculate the CodeMetrics. First of all, you need to right-click in your project and choose Analyze and Code Cleanup, and then click Calculate CodeMetrics. And this page will be showed for you. And the first column is maintainability index. It measures how it is easy to maintainability of your code, and the color is green because this is just a simple console application. And in the next part, I will state other columns. The next column is cyclomatic complexity. It measures the amount of decision logic in a source file, and when the number is high, it is bad. On the other hand, when the number is low, it is good. And this metrics means that when there are a lot of decision-making logic in a source file, there is a greater chance for errors, and troubleshooting for you is really hard. And the number should be limited as 10. And there are some organizations that limit this number up to 15, and it depends on your organization. I think we need to do some hands-on experience with Visual Studio. Let's do that. This is a console application, and there is just one line of code, and it is printing hello world. As you can see, cyclomatic complexity here is 1 because there is no logic or decision-making statement. What if I add another line of code and there is just printing hello world and there is a variable just be assigned to, and I want to calculate the code metric. The cyclomatic complexity is still 1. What if I add this kind of if statement? I uncomment it and run it again. There you go. Cyclomatic complexity here is increased. And also I want to uncomment this switch statement and run it again. Cyclomatic complexity is increased to 7. As a result, when we have added some switch statement, if statement, or something like that, this number is increased for us. And when the number is high, it means that there are a greater chance to find errors or bugs in our applications. On top of that, troubleshooting is tough for us. I think cyclomatic complexity is enough, and the next column is depth of inheritance, and I will state it for you. What is depth of inheritance? It is defined as the maximum length from the node to the root of the tree. Also, it is called depth of inheritance tree. As you know, all of objects are inherited from system.object. So, the default value for depth of inheritance is 1. When the number is low, it means that there is less complexity, but also there is a greater chance for code reuse. On the other hand, when the number is higher, it means that there is code reuse, but also there is a greater chance for complexity. And this number should be limited around 5 to 6. I think theory is enough. Let's do some hands-on experiment with Visual Studio. I have created a class and named class 1. As you can see, depth of inheritance in this situation is 1. If I uncomment another piece of code and run calculate CodeMetrics, you can see that this number has been increased. So, depth of inheritance means that one class is inherited from another class. Let's see what is class coupling. Class coupling, it means that coupling between objects, or in other words, how many classes a single class is used, and this number, when is high, it means that your design is poor. On the other hand, when the number is low, it means that your design is great, and this number should be limited until 9. And the last one that I want to state for you is that why high coupling is really bad in our design, because it is difficult for us to maintain and reuse it because of its many dependencies on the other classes. Let me show you some example which is related to class coupling. I want to show you class coupling with real example. I have created a person class which has 3 properties, and also I have created person stuff which is used from person object, and it is used in do something method. As you can see, person class coupling number is 0 and person stuff coupling number is 1. And I want also to uncomment black class and use it in do something method and run the calculate of CodeMetrics. The column of class coupling number has been increased. Let me show you what is lines of source code and what is lines of executable code is. In this part, I'm going to show you what is lines of source code and what is lines of executable code. The first one indicates the exact number of line code which exists in a source file. In this source file, there is 13 lines of code, and the next column is that executable code, which is just one line because there is just one line which is printing hello world statement, and I want to increase this number. So I comment out this code and run calculate CodeMetrics. There you go. You can see the number has been increased for us. In this video, I have showed you how you can use calculate of CodeMetrics in Visual Studio. Until next time, stay awesome.